Welcome, guys. Wednesday, still settling the dust, and people are smashing the green bottom. What's wrong? Please, can anyone fucking tell me what's wrong with this world? I have no idea. Anyhow, just let's go through the case because it's getting quite honest, a little bit too weirdly in the market right now. So far, focus to look at the long and short ratio because if we start to skyrocket on the longs, then that always means the trouble and we're gonna face to the downside. Yes, the top traders been longing it as well, but they still can hold a little bit more than the usual traders. Don't get that much attention to it only when they start to flip like they used to do it before the dump. So far, this is still going to the downside. Longs are starting to pile in on the high time frame, not that heavily yet, but on the lower time frame, on the 4 hour, it's still above 55-ish percent. So keep that in mind. Technically, there's not much to talk about the liquidity because everything below us, till 100K, it's only the latecomers into the market from the dump. So I will not really think about it that much and don't worry about it because we still gonna aim for it to go a little bit lower and grab it. So if I don't think that's gonna keep us as a bounce. The only real liquidity is above us so far. So if we're gonna reach the top eventually, that's gonna be as well shortable still. And for now, I just want to see how we're gonna carry on and hold on the 100K because that's the aim and that's the only goal what we have below us so far. So far, like going into the bits, not much to say. No one is stacking into it, and there is a reason why. So I'm not even bothered to talk about this for now. So far, what we are doing, I've mentioned this as well, and try to keep people as well cautious about it. But the wick's still aiming to go higher. Yes, we had the small cool-off period, couple days, but this doesn't say nothing because we are way above the 19% or 19 level, whatever what you want to call the number. So aiming for 22, that's not going to stop us anymore because we've been retesting that twice. Everything to the left of us been tested and not going to hold it. The aim, if we start to skyrocket and aim for 22, then the next stop is 29. That's the whole bearish retest of this area over here if the volatility is going to skyrocket again. So the aftermath from Friday will continue. That said, this is what I'm looking at. Because for now, if you want to have a technically aim for the higher price action to 124-ish or 125-ish area, then we need to see the wicks below 60. Are we there? No, not yet. So be aware of that, please. I've been mentioning it so many times in Viking as well. Like this is the indicator to show you how the market reacts on the price right now, and go even on the different time frames if you want. But I'm keeping on daily just to see overall. But this is the aim. We've been aiming for it for so long. I've been mentioning we didn't lose the lows yet. So still, technically, we're aiming to go higher on the VIX. Okay? Please be aware of that. Because the green bottom been smashed way too much lately without even having the proper structure on the Bitcoin, not even forming any low yet, and not even settling down. And of course, that's what the market wants from everyone right now. Dixie, still above the whole range that we technically regained back. So far, yes, we could have a retracement. We could come back, and the only thing that I'm aiming right now, if it's gonna be a bounce back for it to go higher, that's the 97, and then you start to flip the 99 area. If that's gonna be the momentum to go higher on the Dixie and the dump on the market, right? Total as well, we dropped quite heavily. We closed below the previous whole freaking structure that we've been grinding so much to the all-time high so many times. So that loss on the daily, that's already significant. We're gonna go back, and if and only if we start to fill this week, that's gonna be trouble for the whole market. Hopefully not. Hopefully we're gonna fill the wick only on the Bitcoin, and the rest gonna have some small retracement, and then we're gonna pick up from. So far, this is troubling for me because not only we went into the weekly loss, lower of the swing as well, We lost that. So technically looking at as a structure wise, we closed a wick below this structure, coming back into that area. That's not gonna hold us because everything been lost and tested. Then the next one is there. What might hold us, right? So be freaking aware of that because this is no joke. We've been mentioning as well from last Saturday or Sunday even. We need to be cautious, and I see people smashing the green bottom and trying to freaking long the shit out of it without even reasons. So just saying that gold is still fucking going parabolic, so that's as well an indicator that to be cautious on the market. Because so far, technically all of the money goes there. Nothing else aiming at. M7 Plus, it start to have some pickup from it, from even the dumps what they had. Not major, but some retracements from most of them. So be aware of that as well, that they might start to have any potential to go a little bit higher. The one that I'm focusing a little bit more, it's Netflix still. We had a nice bounce from the bearish retest of this area. Let's see if we regain that. There is one more that I'm aiming for higher time frame and see how that's going to play out. Flipping this, I don't think we're going to get the rejection from it, and we're going to just continue to go higher. So I'm still keeping this as a potentially shortable, only if we start to lose the 127 area. That's over here, the 1K 27-ish area. That low is going to bring you a little bit lower and see if you're going to start to fail the low. If that's happened, then by all means, lights out for Netflix, hopefully. We did partially fill the gap. There is still some left, but that's nothing special. So we still could go lower. And already, if you see that CME gap went quite heavily and filled that wick on the CME, but we still have potentially more on the futures run side, right? So there is not nothing to say about that. Dominance, as it looks, as we got the whole freaking way up, we came back. Where do we land up? Structure wise, is the low from the previous structure. We're still holding, and where do we face right now? To go higher. So technically, what this is doing is right now continuation. Not only this doesn't matter anymore. We can remove that. We do it before, but anyhow, this is technically all of this is done. The only thing what's left, that's this area. We might see some potential loss from it because we kind of lose a little bit on the structure on the low time frame. But I don't think that's going to be the deal. We might face a little bit more higher up. So be aware of that as well. That we start to change a little bit more the point of view and the trend of it, right? And technically, we did get, no, we didn't get. So if that's going to be the case, then maybe we will see this also bigger resistance that's going to bring us a little bit lower and start the old season. Who knows if we're going to have that one still can go away as well. So far, nothing yet that's going to aim us to let this go a little bit more higher up. Metric wise, then this is as well quite important. We are technically trading below the massive volume right now. What's above us, so that's as well as a resistance. Take that. The point of control as well. We've been failing it twice already. So next thing we're gonna come up to it. We might fail it and start to roll over. Technically, we are already doing it. So far, it's still grinding to the downside, right? We still need to fill the rest of the wick or partially of it, settle down on it, and then continue. If we start to break that, going back into the 1.3 or 1.2K, then we might face into this liquidity and grab a little bit more deeper on that one. So technically what I'm aiming, if you're gonna have that, then finally that wick and that whole move from Friday, it's gonna be eliminated, and we do not need to care about that wick because that's what I want. That's what I'm aiming for. That wick is much more horrible than it's fucking useful. So creating a structure below that, it's gonna cancel the wick, and we can control the structure and see if we're gonna regain something and phase to go higher up. But anyhow, capital flow index, we still aiming to go lower. We didn't even get like fully into the 50% yet, so be aware of that. We still can possibly go lower on that one. Shitties and altcoins are a little bit middling, and stablecoins, of course, taking over because everyone is right now in the stables. So be aware of that, right? And there are some data coming in, not much, but CPI is fine to keep a track of it, and retail sales are as well quite interesting. So let's see how that's gonna play out, and then the housing as well and pyramid. So that could be good, fun to watch. Don't think that's gonna change a lot in the market structure, so don't get like hopes for it. But let's see. Now the interesting stuff is I don't care about the whole market right now because this is all the same so far. Look at this, and this was quite perfect as well to show you how aggressive was the move, right? From the Tuesday the 14th, right? When was it? From yesterday. Yeah, we had that flip. So that dump, what technically caused that even the stable went down, right? From the whole movement that they used to have around the 19%. We had a decrease from stable, so even people are starting to pulling out money from the stable coins. That means that the market been really crashing. And then the Dixie falls, and he still start to pick up and go a little bit higher because the market as well follows with it. So far, the stables are starting to pick up, so that's a first sign that people are aiming to get back into the market, but they are not buying it yet. Okay, what I'm looking at right now is a little bit more on the high time frame on the capital flow index, because the Dixie is quite high as well. Yes, we start to lose on the 63, but potentially we still can aim to go higher, and the market is still going lower on it, right? Percentage wise. So that's the whole trigger for me to want to see that anything of the high time frame or the high caps are starting to move it into the neutral line, right? And that's not yet happening. So for me, it's still potentially go lower. Overall, market is still down below the neutral. So the only thing what's really freaking me out is the privacy coins. They're getting a little bit more ballistic lately and quite holding as well, some of the structures. So, but as well, I do not care about that. Most of those coins are scammy and not really trustful. So be aware of that. Then let's go and have a look what this meme coin is doing. Mm, So far, we've been mentioning what we're gonna do is sideways. That's one of the good things to have, but we are already starting to get quite close to the low that we've been testing for a while, 4 times in a row already. If you want to say a fifth one, that close on the 4 hour, when it was quite shitty. Not gonna lie, we closed below the structure, so eventually coming back and failing on this area, 111.9, that's gonna start to turn and we start to go lower. There is nothing below us that's gonna hold us, guys. Nothing. There's only some volume, but there is nothing big on holding. You need to imagine that 10 billion been wiped, right? People got scared. Do you really think that some big players coming in and they're gonna bet on this kind of get price action below the previous freaking structure what you've been like key point of going to the or for the all-time high? I don't think so. There's no one in the clear mind that's gonna come in and say like, okay, this is my coin and I'm gonna freaking pay that shit and hold the lows because it did the freaking and wiped minus 90% to the downside. So good luck with that. That's said as well on the Bitcoin. Yes, structure-wise, it's still holding it. People are scared. Even top traders are a little bit more on the side and watching it and waiting for like a sign or formation of the structure much more than randomly smashing the green bottom, right? So right now, yes, sideways it is, what's still fine, but the market doesn't react to it at all. So we are still waiting on the side. What I want to see is breaking this, build this freaking wick, right? Go back into the 198K and then form your structure. So eventually what I would like to see is do some sideways move below that. That said, we might close below 98. So that's the daily low, the lowest daily low that you really want to hold. Even then, close below that, form the bearish trend, and then aim to go higher for the liquidity over here. Grab that. That's going to be the last hooray, and bye-bye for Bitcoin. Because that's what I'm waiting for. I just want to get over it. Bitcoin should be already done, or should be already be done, and aiming to go for the bear market. And let's see what the coin's gonna do after that. Because so far, every single coin looks shit. There is most of it, like let's say 80%, it looks shit, right? So imagine that we're gonna go straight, like nuke through everything, whole market, like fucking 90% of the market will not even survive. Okay, that's why I want that one more hooray that the odds can pick up from and just regain any structure, form any higher highs, and then we can go off from it. So far, this is the aim, right? There is not much left below than only this. This area over here is the aim to hold. If you're gonna come in, hit it with the wick, and then bounce back from it, that's all fine. Because I seriously want to cancel this wick. This is such a fucking cancel for the market because you don't have anything to hold on it. Not only we've been canceling this whole structure that we've been farming from, and right now this is the only important thing that's holding us. So please be aware of that. Don't smash the green button over here because this is bullshit. I mean, if you survive the dump from this kind of percentage and you can be in a trade, like be my guest. If you want that risk, like by all means, there is no need to do that. There is nothing that gives you right now that we are going higher, but that we are only holding the 110. 5 times been tested it. I can tell you one thing, that can be broken quite easily. They want you to smash the green button over here. That's why they formed this structure. That's why they formed this, and this right now. They want you to be in the long because they're gonna easily wipe you to the downside to form any structure below us. That's what they want. Why? Because there is no one over here waiting. Mm. I hope that's a little bit clear, guys, because I've been seeing quite a lot of people who've been aiming to long the shit out of it, and there is no need for it because this price action technically been 5 days only. It's nothing. Not only a week. You don't have even like settlement of a new weekly candle. Like let that candle settle. Yes, I know it takes a week. Crypto trading is a patient game. You don't do shit from like a seconds or whatever because you think like, oh yeah, that's gonna hold. No, you don't have the confluence of it. And look at that, even coming back like on weekly on it, right? In this area, you're gonna close anything in this area over here, and look what you're gonna create. High time frame, you're gonna closing below your previous low. That's already breaking the whole freaking structure. So yeah, you can come over here, close the weekly, and then grind it one more time to do the failure. Right? That doesn't look that bad. I mean, obviously, yes, it is bad because we're gonna do we're not going higher to 200K or whatever what people been aiming for. But technically, it's been done. Right? This from over here, this structure what we've been forming, this been fucking struggling. I've been saying that for quite a while already. So, and after that, the low that you technically hopefully want to hold of the most high time frame is 78. But then starting break this, coming back into that, I don't think we're gonna hold that either way. Or we're gonna do the biggest range ever, right? Why? Because if we start to range in this formation, and that's gonna be like almost 30K range, technically even more, alts can have a blow off then. But that's the only possible that I'm looking at right now. So be aware, please. Keep it cautious as well, because this is quite important. And yes, oscillator phase that we are overcooled quite heavily, and positive cash flow is still in. But imagine that if we start to get a little bit lower and the reversal cross comes in, every single time we had that, we had the retest of the high, right? And then a failure. So retest of the high and a failure. What Viking been telling you as well, guys, in the stream. I don't know if you listen to that. If you're gonna see something like this, that's freaking cancer. So yeah, be aware of that. Algo Master, yes, it's still facing that we have some support below us, but I will not take that. I would take that with a little bit more grain of salt. More aiming for the lows over here, and that's much more safer than aiming to long the shit out of it from this position over here in like middle of nowhere. So that's what I'm kind of aiming for. And liquidation wise, the one pattern that I love to mention as well, that I mention a lot, like trading above the core trend or below. Where are we right now? Below. Where are we facing it? There. So are we going to have a continuation? Might be. Okay. Level wise, the only thing for me, what matters on open levels is only the previous daily that we open up, that we fail from, that we never even come close to it to retest that. And still previous weekly. That's the level that we failed quite significant. Oh, I need to put a line on it because that level is going to disappear end of the week. I need to remember that. That's the previous weekly that we didn't even come back to regain that. That's the whole resistance holds you back. That whole week holds you back to the downside. And so far, even the current weekly still didn't been, yeah, it's been technically retested. So, but the daily, those are didn't been retested, and we are holding now on the previous daily as well. So that can go easily as quick as it gets to the downside. The rest of the levels, like the ones that are between that wick and all over here, I don't. Those one doesn't matter anymore, except the Q4 maybe. But even that, I have little faith in it, because the time when we regained that over here, we failed quite quickly, and for me, that's already a sign that that level doesn't mean anything yet. So everything what you've been doing on here, it's done. No much to say about that. The rest quite important ones are below, and that's yearly, December and May still. So the rest, I do not care about it at all because of this. Hello, hello. All season, don't say that. Yeah, just a little bit one. Don't get your hopes up. It's not gonna be massive or something big. First thing first, we need to somehow find like 10 million back into the market, 10 billion. And then on top of that, you're going to do the alt season. So good luck with that. So yeah, so far, that's kind of on the biddy. I don't think we're going to hold it over here. So far, we've been failing it. The last hope been already tested 5 times, the level. And yeah, down it is so far. Still, we're not going to do what? Structure-wise, quite simple. First regain, that's the 112.9, right? Coming back into that, settling a high, not high or low. Not only deep, I want to keep it as close as possible and then just continue grinding it till you regain this area. So 115, then coming back again for the significant high low. And from that point, you can start to aim for the resistance quite heavily if you start to hold it again. Because right now, I've been saying it, every single thing to the left of those 2 wicks, it's been tested, not gonna hold you. Right now, if we start to aim for the high, then this is your first build of support structure, what you have, quote unquote, and then start to regain the high, coming back, and then start to do it again. But then be aware, coming back into the high, there's shitloads of resistance, gonna push you lower eventually. So This is the only play that I want to see it regaining anything back and coming for the structure to the upside. Build that back again. If this is going to be the low. But so far, like I'm saying, it's sketchy because it's been retested quite heavily. Yes, you can argue that it's been a buyback, but the buyback went where? Bearish retest. But buyback didn't change anything in your structure yet. Okay? I hope that's clear a little bit as well. If you want to smash any green balance, please be aware that this is the area that I'm aiming for. You're going to get there and then only want to see some formation of hold of that structure and try to regain the previous high. So far, this is middle of nowhere. It's still iffy and it doesn't look good if you start to do 5 retests to the downside, failure, failure, and now we are starting to do something like this maybe, right? So be aware of that, please. Because even then, I don't think there is much. Yeah. So we've been already 5 days into this price action, right? Yeah, 5 days. And there is 150x coming back into the market. 0. Yeah, like 3 or 4 of them. Most of the times, this has been already like quite filled with the price. That looks so weak. Didn't test supply. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Yeah, 70. Yeah, you can say that as well. Like the FIP, it didn't retest that. But it's weak. It's weak. Why? Because the whole market has been wiped. There is no one with clear mind that's going to freaking hold any of the support or push the resistance. Why? Because people are just waiting out and they don't want to say scared, but they got punished with fucking 10 billion wiped off the market in most of the positions. Like, yeah, obviously there's nothing coming into the market yet. That's why I said let the dust settle. And I'm having a feeling we are not done yet. The aftermath still will come, and that could be this move. Hold on it, right? Coming back and then do the bigger one. No matter what, it's still not done. If you are not already positioning yourself from any of those highs and from those lows over here, then there is no need yet for any trading or pushing it or like even forcing it, because most of the people are forcing this constantly. I've been seeing like not only in our group but like in different ones as well. People have been fucking market smashing the shit out of it right now. I'm like, okay, dude, fine. Don't cry about it later. So yeah, be aware of that, please. I hope this makes sense. Like, this is where we are. This is your resistance, right? This is resistance. This is your support. We are right now middling. You don't know which way we go. So far, we are facing to go there. We can regain that by doing this. Are we doing that? So we don't know yet. And there is nothing to play from, right? There is nothing to hold on technically, because we've been testing that. But so far, this is it, right? And just looking at buy it, the support gets weaker as well. Like they start with 900 bits, and right now they're sitting with 480. Still a lot, but it's weakened, right? So people are scared. That's normal. And normal after this whole dump. Like we've been through so many of them with the mentors. Like that's the thing. Like we're waiting it out. Like I bet you there's maybe Jack took a long. I'm not sure if Zeus took some trades on it, but most of it we've been waiting it out. Why? Because there's no need even to trade right now if you are uncertain, period. And those moments, like believe me, if you have this Black Swan event, after that event, take a 2 week or week off. That's your holiday. Because the market is dead. I didn't been even spending more than 1 hour on the charts since this dump. So there's no need. No need to push it and force it if there is nothing for it. Okay, I hope this is clear. And those are the levels that we are aiming for. To remember that this is later on. So yeah, that's all I guess on Pity. Let's have a look on Hype, and still, this is exactly the same thing. Look what Hype did, and this is a good example, guys. This is an alt, right? As well, a quite strong one, if you can say. Too busy playing. Yeah, exactly. I'm way too busy to play video games right now with my friends instead of looking at charts, and they are quite happy. But finally, I have time for them. But that's another story. Okay, Hype. Look at that. What did we do? Perfect retest, right? Yes, we are still holding. Retest the low, but we are still holding. But imagine that it's gonna dump. Where are we gonna find our seller? Like, for fuck's sake, that's gonna be somewhere over here. Back in $20. I seriously, in my clear mind, when we've been over here, I would never say we're gonna end up on $20. I would be happy. I was happy because I was longing market smashing it from the bottom. But still, right? In this whole cycle, I didn't think we're gonna be there. But to give you a quite own opinion about this whole structure, but this is still a support that Hype have. Most of the coins, they don't have that anymore. Why? Because they've been freaking wicking it out. Done. Done. Eve have it. Eve, Solana, Hype are almost the only ones quite on the big size. On the large caps, they are the only ones who are keeping it. Yeah, fucking Link as well, but this price action been like, yeah, steady and fucking 7 years almost. If it's not XRP style. This one as well. Wipe to the bottom of the whole freaking range. Sui would hold on barely. So do you think this is gonna hold the bear market? Look at that. Here, privacy coin. Awesome. Oh, this is facing as well to go lower. Look at that. Wiped. 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 Okay. Let's have some potentials. Nice. So that's 4. Wiped completely. There's nothing. This is the wick only. Cookie. Wiped. Press. Whiff. Wiped. ADA. Oh boy, that's nasty. If this is your bear market support. So go through your list, guys. Like I've been saying that from Sunday as well. Go through the whole watch list that you're having and look on the high time frame, even weekly or monthly, and look at the coins and ask yourselves, is this the area that you actually is gonna hold on the whole bear market if you're gonna go there? Is that the area? Is that the whole thing that is gonna survive? Because I'm telling you, I have little faith in most of the coins right now. And that's good because I've been waiting for the fucking natural selection in so many years already. Wanna see something funny? Talking about weak support. Look at that. Where's that 400 gone? So, yeah, this doesn't look pretty. And this is as well a wake up call. I've been saying that as well on Sunday. This is a wake up call for most of the people who've been fucking in love with the coins and holding it as it's the life is depending on. But most of those coins they don't need to be here because not only the project can work and exist without a coin, and the coin doesn't say anything about the project. Right? There's two different things. This is just for shit and giggles for most of the times. What people, what companies have to show off. It doesn't need to be here. Oh, oh, there we have it. Yeah, it's a nice buyback. Oh, for fuck's sake, for sure. But right now, that's weekly. Fine. That's your resistance. Next. There. That's a freaking good buyback. That's for sure. 2.5%. Look at that. Even better. Your daily close. There. What you're gonna have now? If I might borrow it. That's right. Let me have a look at the chat. Too busy. Into 3 alts. Okay. If not, oh, don't you even dare coming back for my BF. 3 alts. Does it need to be an alt? Okay, fuck it. Then yeah, if it's need to be an alt, then it's gonna be hype, AVAX, and injective still. Even yes, they've been wiped out. I've been trading those two like for so many years that I kind of know them, and yeah, if they're gonna die on me, that's fine. But if I need to choose anything besides my own trading group right now, it's gonna be Solana. If I guess Rand, no, Rand, no. Okay, it's gonna be only an ETH in Solana. Because Solana, I don't know if you realize that, but shows the most strength of it as an alt. It's been holding pretty well. That dam did nothing much about it, and it hold on the prior low on the weekly, but you settled over here. So didn't even come close to it. That shows some strength. And I don't care if that's gonna do something like this and do another one. But still, that's freaking strong. So not 3, but 2. I'm gonna choose 2 because there is no third one. So, if I am not allowed to choose from my own stash. Then I will do Solana instead of ETH. ETH is way too fucking slow for me. Yeah, it's still good. It's still freaking good. It holds on the prior low, so yeah, perfect. If you're not gonna lose that, but the worry thing is right now going back for that law is gonna bring you back into this structure. Technically, even, maybe even here, this 2.9 from 4.7. Fucking hell. Thank you, Mr. President, right? Most product or penalty rocked. Yeah, I mean, Soraya, don't get me wrong, but most of them are got kind of rocked. And as well, like this been quite dead for a while. If there is no significant exchange for it, then I'm sorry, but what the fuck is only Kraken on and Coinbase? Like no one cares about those bullshit. Those are the most scammy ones what you can get. There's nothing else. This says already like a fucking dead project. Is there still on Binance? No. Look at those wigs. What the fuck is this? Shouldn't be right. Oh, fucking god. Okay, forget about it. Yeah. Oh. Yeah, I mean for the tech, yeah. There is your tech. 10 billion down. That's your tech. Yeah. The only tech what you should care about is Bitcoin. There's nothing else next to it. Yeah, ETH, okay, and that's fine. That's the only one. Everything depending on company, on fucking people, it's wrong. Look at it, what it does. This is all depending on people. Look at that. What it's doing. almost to the zero. The ones that are not depending, look at that. I hope that's a little bit clear, right? Like which one is the most important one. Yeah, exactly, AGB. You're right. This guys. We cannot stretch it enough. This is the biggest wake up call that you ever can get. How the freaking big the alt market is, and how liquid it is. And be thinking, oh no, I'm never gonna be liquidated. They're never gonna get me. Yes, they will. Believe me. It's gonna take a while, but they will. They will get you. Everyone's gonna be burned once in a lifetime. And to be honest with you, I'm always gonna say, like, you're not gonna be a good trader if you're not gonna be liquidated once, or you're gonna be burned quite heavily. So yeah, yeah, but that's gonna happen as well. That's your all season right now, Orca. That's the next upcoming pump. That's your exit strategy. Because most of those coins, like I've been showing you, and you've been seeing as well on Friday, the minus percentage, what they did on the way down, that's your technically point where the bear market's gonna be ending for them. Because this is the whole thing what we did. Like, choose a coin. I don't care which one. Look at that. Atom. Do you want to say that the bear market's gonna be built on this week? Because apparently, last time I checked, this means fucking trouble. And look where it went. 0.03? 0304-ish area. Don't think this small leftover gonna hold you on the bear market. So, and I'm happy about it because boy oh boy, I can't wait that the more than half of the odds gonna be wiped. And we're gonna start clean and with really nice tight market instead of that over liquided and over freaking exaggerated market. So yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. That's the thing. Like I or GB. Thanks for the screenshot, but I was pissed at myself Saturday that I didn't take screenshot of my whole watch list, like you had it in minus 80, 70%, because I was way too busy fucking market smashing the shit out of it. But anyhow, I'm pissed about it. I didn't take the screenshot of my whole watch list. But those numbers been epic. It's been a while. I saw like almost 80% in the percent. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 100% Crips pardon. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is it, guys. This is the biggest wake up call ever that we can show you. And I'm sorry that you get burned a little bit or got hit, but it's part of the job. If you are way too over leveraged, way too, I'm sorry that I'm gonna say that, but some people are too cocky about your own trading, and you think no one can hunt you down and no one can get to you. Oh, believe me, they will. Okay. But yeah, anyhow, hype still same thing. Like every single coin that we're gonna face right now, gonna feel lose the floor on it, then we might see some potentially filling the wick or partially coming back into it low, right? Like most of them, I would like I've been saying, to do something like this and build on it, because then I just cancel this wick and that's not gonna exist anymore. But if so, not if you're gonna do something like this and partially filling it, then that wig's gonna fucking scare the shit out of it if you're gonna come back into the bear market, because there's nothing else to hold on. Losing this not gonna hold you. You're gonna go back into your prior structure down if there is any structure below. As well, that stuff that's been quite scary good how it hold on. Like yeah, it did the dump minus 40%, but look where it's belonged. Like this is still freaking big structure below us to hold on. And I'm not even close to worry about it at all. AVAX, like yeah, that's been a little bit painful to see. The coin that Smyrn and even me and the same way that I'm trading Injective, I've been trading for ages, did this. That's painful. Last time we had it, I've been saying it, it was February. It wasn't that big, it wasn't that scary, But look what we did afterwards, right? Almost 7 months of freaking sideways and trying to regain the February. And that this is the biggest flip ever. Like failing this, coming back, retesting twice, and look where we end up. Like this is scary shit. Even for some people who've been like quite a lot in those kind of situations, this is still gives me like, what the fuck? But hey, there it is. Oh, injective, same thing. I've been saying, don't lose this level. No, we came even lower than that. Awesome. So, yeah, it's something to think about it. And this, I mean, there's not much to go by. Not even I'm even thinking too long or trade any alts so far because there is nothing from it. Because one way or another way, they're gonna lose the law and come back into the settling some structure below. But the next question is there possibility to regain the prior high? Do we have that strength? I don't know. 80% of all the shitties over here, I don't think they're gonna even do it. If that's gonna be the exit liquidity, what the maker's gonna push the price. Everyone's gonna short the shit out of it or long, whatever, and then they're gonna wipe everything out. So far, I'm not even trusting one of those coins. Expect the Bitcoin and hype so far. Even AVAX and Injective, I'm kind of like waiting out of it and see what the low time frame is gonna show you. Of forming anything on a high time frame and starting to regain step by step something that might give you a little bit more peace with it to say like, yeah, this is safe so far. But now we didn't even settle floor. You don't know because still this is a continuation from the dump. So there is nothing even said that we're gonna even think about it to settle a floor yet. Possession legend overreach. See you, mate. See ya. See ya, Q. No worries. You look at SNX. Oh my god, I already know how that chart looks like. We'd love to get some exit liquidity on it. Okay. Been a while. I've been trading that a couple years ago. Mm. Yeah, a student of mine was mentioning it as well. But to be honest with you, this is right now. I don't know where did you went into it, but this is now the best way to exiting it or taking big amount of profit. Why? Because if I might borrow it, you already know what this is going for. This is going for the stupid fib, right? Yeah, we had that big dump on it, but it hold quite steady as well on the prior low, and that's the lowest that you get. After that regain, this been wiped both sides as well quite heavily. So, and even on the daily, you have the reverse or regular divergence already with the cash flow outflow. Yeah, this might go for the 0.9. So, and if see if you're gonna hold that even. Sorry, I have hiccups. Yeah, there is some liquidity to the downside, so they might even go a little bit lower. So far, it's okay. Structure-wise, it's good. If you don't count, of course, this, right? Still, it's good. You want to hold on your 1.1 level, so that's technically you don't want to go lower than this 1.27. Want to get lower to that, and then start to get your continuation move, right? Something like this, quite heavy. Something like this, right? And then do one more, and yeah, into your resistance, because that's the whole goal right now for it. If you start to regain it, right? But yeah, so far, what did you do? Was you high, low, high, low, and you start to break it. So only thing what you can get now, maybe it's gonna be this, but I would look much more for this kind of situation because that's your prior high, what you lost right now. So this is now your like this could be, or even a little bit deeper. Let's see. Yeah, I've been hearing that a lot. That this next had a quite nice run up. Hmm? It could be. But like I said, let's see. The market starts to go a little bit more sideways. This might pop up a bit higher. But this is still your biggest resistance. Be aware of that. Are you spot or leverage on it? I hope spot. Yeah. See? Yeah. Try to get this. So it all depends as well. Like if weekly still far away, but how this weekly gonna close. On top of that, how deeply we're gonna get on the daily. So if you start to hold on your previous structure, 1 to 7 area. So if you're gonna hold on this, then you could still do potentially one more. But yeah, it's a bit iffy. And with this kind of whole market situation, Jesus, hard to say if it even gonna go higher up. But I think that's a little bit more understanding, right? So far, you don't want to lose on 1-2. So keep that in mind. This is your level to hold. This should be your support. If not, you start to get lower, then that's a bit too painful. But then the biggest resistance above your 3.4-ish area. Keep that in mind. Mhm. I touch on hype. Same thing on AVAX. Like we will go into the cash flow out on the 4 hour. 1 hour it's already I guess in, right? Yeah, already in. So yeah, be careful. Look at that. Like this is crazy stuff as well. Like, did you have a look on that one on the daily? The flip of the daily cash flow, where it was. Scary shit. Same on injective. Still didn't get into hours before. Yeah, so that's what I'm trying to say, guys. Like, be aware and be cautious. Every single thing is like below the core trend of liquidity. So that's always like aware for me that you might continue go lower, and if not, we need to settle some structure on it for any kind of continuation. Oh no, yeah, that's the only one that I will say like, okay, this is quite safe to trade as well. Because not only you settled your low, your high, you didn't break your previous lows as well, so you still could continue into it, into the resistance, and then might be the bigger retracement. That one is quite strong, right? See? And people been fucking joking around on Solana. It's still stronger than expected. But the rest, there is no even point to look any else because, yeah. Or do you guys want me to look on some coins? If so, let me know. Anything else? Mm, was that one? Let's see. This been wild. And I've been joking that we're not gonna see. I mean, I was joking about Trump coin that we're not gonna see it below 6, but hey, there it is, 1.2. Fucking hell, not gonna play out anymore. That's still there. That's still there, and it will not regain this. Oh, how is this going, by the way? Did any of the Lambo boys buy the Lambo already or not? Bought it? Do you think? So here, a good example. What I've been saying. Every single thing to the left of this wig got deleted. Sorry. Besides this, let's do it proper. This, all of this got deleted. It doesn't exist anymore. That structure is done with this one wig. So what's left? Are they gonna go back maybe to a 7 year of range? Probably. So, and the only thing what's gonna save you, I mean, that's obvious, I guess. It's regaining 3.4. Gonna happen. Oh, look at that. Funny. Oh, look at that. Perfect. Fuck them. Oops. Yeah, every single TI what we did is out of the way. We gonna start all over again. Does this survive? How is it possible that this shit survived? Like, this should be wiped, right? Same thing. Not even possible. 15 2 zeros. Oh my god. 1450. Oh. But yeah, I hope this was a nice wake up call for most of the people, that you guys understanding what we are saying, that you getting the point of staying out is the best way right now, and let the market settle. Oh, and by the way, if you want to see candle wise, this is not really natural. So there it is. Yeah. Is there anything else, guys, that you want me to look at? Any questions about it? Is this any? Are you guys understanding what we try to give you? Hmm. You guys understand the swing points for what we're failing and what we're regaining, right? I think I mean that should be already clear. Setting on expectations. Oh, that's the most easiest one. So when you add it to your chart, you just switch on all of those boxes, right? The color scheme is for you, up to you which one you want. Right, the 250 you don't need because it's not crypto related. Still the 150 X's. Those are the most important ones, right? And that's it. The only thing what you're changing is if you want to see the levels or the bands. This indicator is one of the most the easiest one to set it. Sensitivity 5 always, right? And that's it. Bands or the levels. Both of them I'm using. If you can use as well this if you want color scheme, if you like to change the colors around it, like it's red or green, whatever, right? But I always have a manual because I like to see which levels are the 5, 3, and whatever. So yeah, that's all. Style, it's all the same. You can change it up as well if you like. This is the most easiest indicator. You just toggle it on, and I bet you that there are a switch as well or toggled on default. So that's all. The only thing what you switch on in between is bands or levels if you want to see which time frame. That's all. That's the easiest one. ever. But most useful indicator, in my opinion. See ya, Gorka. Have a good one. Enjoy your dinner, mate. See you next time. Mm, Closing 1 hour now. Bye bye. And this is sneaky as well. Look at that, how they closed it. Zoom in sometimes, guys. Nice freaking close. Die. Bye bye. Yeah. If Pivot Forest class can do it, then everyone can do it, guys. Remember that. Um, yeah, Firewood, sorry. Yeah, you need to change your name. It's key to say Pivot First Class. It's Firewood. Um, mm, 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 mm. Yeah, not much to say actually about the market. We're still gonna aim to go lower, guys. How deep? It depends. But it is what it is. Please stay away if you're not trusting the market, if you're scared to trade this. If you're too new, welcome to the crypto. And this is how the cycles goes as well. It's normal behavior. It's scary, but it's normal. But yeah, we're gonna go down. Know your levels, know the structure. That's the most important thing. There's nothing else that you should go by than structure wise. If there's no structure, there's no trade. If there is structure, there's confluence, there is a trade. Simple as that. There's no indicator that's gonna show you right now is the best time to buy because it's indicators are always lacking an indicator. Gonna show you after the move had happened or after the candle close, and that might be higher than you even expected. So don't go only by indicators. Know the basics. Don't know the basics? Ask. We will learn and teach. And we or I actually do every single time on the streams because this is the basics. What's in front of you? What do you need to regain? Technically this, most likely this. Are we gonna do that now? No. Why? Where do I aim? We go aim there. Are we gonna hold anything? No. Twice no. Twice no. Okay. What's next? Wicks are never gonna hold anything. So easy as that. Otherwise, if you start to regain that, then that, come back, right? Where do you go? Aim for bearish retest. Why? Because you've been quite significant failing that. After that, where is the resistance? This. Technically, right now, okay, imagine, okay, imagine that this doesn't exist, right? This freaking wick doesn't exist. So far, what we've been doing, this is the high, this was previous low. We still technically holding on that low, right? Yes, significant. That's should be your long trade or any kind of possibility in that trade. Can we break it? Yes, we can. We can come over here, break that low, settle it down, and then start to do again, bearish retest, and then you have a continuation. That's only when that wick doesn't exist. Why? Because that wick exists, and that structure doesn't matter anymore. And what matters? You go all of the way down to the left and you find what? This. Technically, yes, it's been tested, but I'm keeping it only as a high, not something that we need to hold because that level been already tested. The rest is technically the body over here. That's 98.7, but I'm keeping it on the wick just to know where is the low of that area. So clear? Simple as that. Because I'm gonna break your brain right now. Okay. You need to imagine that the wick doesn't exist. You can delete it, right? What are we doing right now? Yes, we're still holding on it technically. We're aiming to go lower than that structure over here. So doing that, we might hold it, but you know that there is a wick over here. So I'm gonna be teleporting down till we're gonna stop. Right? And on top of that, turn around the chart. What did we do? So obviously, right, we've been doing the low all the way to the high. That's had quite a significant sell-off. We went all the way here and we try to do it again. Right? So, so yeah, not much to add to it. If there is no questions, everything is clear, everyone understands everything, and everyone knows everything, then I'm happy about it. Then the job is done, I guess. Right? The only thing what I seriously want to say today on this whole stream is be careful. Just don't force it. If there is nothing there, then don't force it, please. There isn't. Wait it out. If you need to wait week, 2 or 3 weeks, I don't care. I want you to be safe. And the best trades are the ones that you are not in. You're on the side. Those are the best trades. Why? Because not only your capital is safe, secondary, you're not gonna lose anything. So be happy with that. Don't be greedy. Please stop being greedy because greed kills every single thing. Seriously, we are not here to fucking be greedy. We are here to know how to trade and do it wisely. With the knowledge, what we all giving you, that's the key. Everything. Combined all of the knowledge from all of the mentors, bros. If you do that, you realize how simple it can be. How easy you can make money without even leverage. Without even fucking thinking about leverage trades. Seriously, there's no need for it. Anything. You use like some trades, like some leverage, or you go like in bigger numbers of leverage when you're a freaking experienced trader. You know what you do and how to react on it. Before that, keep it on spot even for 1x. That's all. Seriously. And please, 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 by all heart, I mean that. I do seriously, if I'm gonna see any trade on cross, I'm gonna puke myself. Don't even use that. That's the most and biggest scam that the exchange gives you. They want you to be there with all of your fucking portfolio and everything on it. Please stay away from that. I can't stretch it enough. That's the most horrible thing that you can do for to yourself, to stay on cross and trade cross. Please, I beg you all. Q3 will provide any support? I don't think so. I've been saying that as well, Mark. Every single thing that you see on level sides, on opens, right, inside this wick, I do not care about this anymore. Not only we've been so many times on it, and yes, Q3 have been tested once proper, second not close enough, third time we've been through that wick quite steady, and that means all of those levels got quite heavy tested, and none of them react properly to hold on that wick, right? So every single thing was becoming into that, I do not care. The only thing what I care, like I said, is the previous weekly previous daily over here, and maybe, but maybe some levels over here. Everything over here, I do not care. I don't consider those levels anymore. I'm not gonna even look at them. Just structure-wise, if you're gonna form anything over here. Because this week, it's a killing week, and it tests all of it. Yes, we had a buyback from it, right? But still, there is not even one level that hold that wick like over here, or over here. We've been all through it and just technically leave the wick below the February. So in terms wise that we always say, every single thing over here been already tested. Not only once, twice, or plenty times. Now, that shit is way too weak and not even considering us a support. Q4 maybe, but that's already iffy as well with the failure what we had. Like I said, the only thing that so far that I'm considering as a resistance or a support could be previous daily. The second one above us, that's from Monday, right? And the previous weekly that we failed from the all-time high. Even the daily that we settled on Sunday doesn't hold us anymore. So those are the only two that I'm considering so far from this range. Because there is everything, I mean, so heavily tested and so heavily we've been failing it, and I don't really care about it. Then the only one that I would care is this. That's Q2 and April, I guess. Yeah, Q2 and April. Because that been only once previous, and we flipped that only once. So that's fine to care about that. And May, maybe. Not even December. That's all from the last year what we did. So every single thing what we did from the whole this levels, those are like only the 3 levels I care about right now after this freaking week that killed so much. So yeah. So far, looks like I'm gonna poop off the cliff. Only thing that I love to do in the crypto is pooping off the cliff. Feel the wind in the hair, right? It's getting nasty. It is weak, Mark. The whole market is weak. We lost 10 billion. So yeah, it's weak. Yeah, of course I do, bro. But you should know that. You have cliffs all around you, bro, over there on the island. You should be doing that as well, daily wise, even. And don't say you never tried it. You didn't think about it. Bro, that's the best shit ever. Literally. Yeah, you do? Okay. Oh my god, that turns quite south. Yeah, see? Yeah, that's fine as well. But I hope in the sea or like in the lake, right? Oh yeah. Both of them. So the funny thing was like Friday when I switched on the voice chat, the stream, right? There was one guy who was hot micing. I heard like a car noise, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, you hot mic. You're apparently in the car. I hope you're not driving from the cliff. Please stay with us. Nothing lost yet." Oh shit! Yeah, you never know actually with those kind of dumps, right? But yeah, look at that. It's done. We've been retesting daily quite perfectly. Bearish retest, like guys. Even then, like remember that those retests are freaking heavy weighted, right? That said, we didn't regain daily. We failed that, and where it's gonna bring us? There. August as well, twice retested, done. right? Weekly open. It's been here. We've been like all around it and then fell from it. Done. Like switch those levels on and see how they react. Like this daily, we didn't even freaking retest that. We're revisiting this daily. That's why I said this is the one that I care about, because we never came back for that one. So those levels quite heavy weighted. What's above us? What's below us? That's nothing. Yeah, there it is. Close the 4 hour right now, or even daily. Off you go. So yeah, it's something special, guys, to watch right now. Still continuing in, yeah, full perspective on 1 hour. So that's sell signal. That was right one. Counter trade, sell signal. Like that was a proper counter trade. Like I know that even didn't met the full parameters, but like, okay, knowing that you are quite heavy overheated on all of the metrics, like, yeah, that's already a sign that, yeah, bro, what you gonna do? One more and then dump? Yeah, fine, right? Like, and look at that. Seriously, I don't know how many fucking times I need to mention this. Like, guys, this is no joke. Volatility index is not a joke. It's literally telling you what the market's gonna do. Literally. And we've been mentioning it like so many times this. Yeah. This is what it is. And like I'm saying, the next level that I'm aiming for, we're gonna find ourselves. If this will continue, then that's 29. If that's gonna be not the only one and we're gonna aim for the highest one, then boy oh boy. So looking back technically, what do we do? Like, the funny thing is that Calm is still the highest volatility market wise, not money wise. Hovered second. Carry trade was both as lowest, and we are like here. Like literally, we came. Wait, look at that. We are here. Is this the start of the biggest movement, volatility movement, or is this all? This is the question. How are we gonna find it out? I mean, if we start to reach out for this area over here, then that looks scary. The market-wise looks scary. For me, I fucking love it. I'm gonna short the piss out of it. But right, this is the next whole freaking thing that we can't do. So close above this technically. I'm gonna move my stuff around. Close above this. Weekly. And that was the daily, right? Set up the alerts, guys. Like as well, like I've been doing. So you're gonna be informed what the market's gonna do. Like that alert over here went ballistic, and I had it a little bit lower because that was the first target over here. Now I switched to this, so technically second one hit as well, and that those ones gonna be hit as well right now, both of them, if we carry on. But yeah, structure wise as well. Like, don't care about the gaps, but what did we do? High, low, higher high, higher low. Where do we aim? Right, we regained that already if we start to close it. So, like, yeah, where's the direction facing to? Like, did we been doing that for ages? Yeah, we've been. How heavy? White. That's why I said structure is the king. There's nothing else important than that, and no news gonna be fucking doing it better than structure. Because there isn't. Okay. Oh yeah, what news does is killing the whole freaking structure without even reasons. Okay, if there are no questions, then I think I'm gonna call a day today and prepare myself for some mentoring in the evening. And maybe I'm gonna be later in the voice chat. Let's see. It's been a while. We're hanging around like normal times without fucking market dumping on us. But it was fun, right? I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed last Friday. Oh yeah. Okay. Have a good one. I mean, keep the price action as well in mind. Closing 4 hours somewhere over here already. That's already down. And see how deep we're gonna dive, right? I'm not saying we're gonna go straight to 100k, but it can take like, right, one of this, going back, one of this, and then bye bye, right? Not gonna do straight like this. I don't think so. I hope it's not. Let's see. Okay. Then thank you very much. Appreciate you all. And like I said, stay away if you are too scared. If not, then take some couple days, a week off. All gonna be coming back together soon, and we're gonna carry on trading as we always did. If so not, keep it on the spot and learn the structure and the price action and everything around it. Basics of the basics. Nothing else more important than that. And yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate you all, and I will see you on the flip side Sunday. Bye.